And the game award goes to Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Jennifer English! And the game award goes to Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Lauréat Testar.
This year, the game award for RPG goes to Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Expedition 33.
And the game of the year is mon ami Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
Yes. Yes, it is 100%, without a doubt, hands down, completely deserving of each and every one of these awards. And it is that good. First of all, let's talk about what happened last week. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 absolutely crushed it at the Game Awards. We're talking about multiple awards across the entire show. Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Narrative, Best Indie Game. I mean, the list just keeps going. And get this is Sandfall Interactive's first game. Sure, they were founded by former members of Ubisoft, but we're talking about a fraction of the budget here of anything that Ubisoft puts out these days. Like, a relatively small developer just came out swinging against these established studios like Team Cherry, Supergiant, Kojima Productions, and all of these other industry titans. And they totally held their own. In fact, they were nominated for the most categories in Game Awards history, and won a record 9 awards as a result. That's pretty wild when you think about it. Now look, I know what you're thinking. All these awards don't mean that the game is actually good, right? We've all played those critically acclaimed games that just don't work for us personally, but I can personally assure you that Sandfall Interactive deserves each and every one of these honors. Let me break down for you why this game actually lives up to the hype, and why I think everyone should give Expedition 33 a chance. But hey, if this is your first time here, and you find yourself enjoying the video, maybe consider subscribing if you'd like to see more Expedition 33, Nintendo, or other gaming content. Anyways, let's go on ahead and jump in. Okay, so let's start with the art direction of Expedition 33. It's absolutely stunning, and I'm not just throwing that around. I really mean it. The game pulls you in with this early 1900s Paris aesthetic, but then it takes all of that and throws it into this dark, gritty, gothic fantasy world. The architecture alone is just mind-blowing. Everything has this gorgeous design, complemented with detailed textures and buildings that manage to be beautiful and mysterious at the same time. But here's what really gets me. The lighting and the atmosphere. They've done this thing where everything has this painterly quality to it, like you're literally walking through a moving impressionist painting. The colors bleed and blend in ways that shouldn't work in a video game, but it creates this dreamlike vibe that just fits the story perfectly. And can we talk about character design for a second? Every single NPC feels purposeful. There is no generic village NPCs that are just standing around. Every character has their own unique silhouette and outfit that tells you something about them before they even open their mouth. The environments are super varied too. One minute you're in a fancy house with golden light pouring through the stained glass, and the next you're down in these dark, claustrophobic catacombs where you can barely see what's in front of you. And that contrast isn't just for show. It actually serves the story, which we'll talk about in just a second. Honestly, this is one of the best looking games I've played all year, and it's doing it all with style over raw graphics power. That's pretty damn impressive. Alright, so now we need to talk about the soundtrack, because this might honestly be one of the game's biggest draws. The composer has created something that feels both classical and totally modern at the same time. Like, the main theme alone, first time I heard it, instant chills. These are the type of feelings that are reserved for classics like the intro to Final Fantasy VII, but I felt it instantly playing this game. And it's really cool how the music adapts as you play. When you're just exploring, you get these subtle, kind of melancholy string arrangements that build tension without being too much. But then combat kicks in, and wow, suddenly you've got this driving, rhythmic beat that actually makes you feel the stakes of the battle you're fighting. It's so good! There's this one track in particular that plays during a major story beat around the middle of the game. No spoilers here, but it's got this haunting vocal performance over its building orchestra, and I'm not gonna lie, it absolutely wrecked me. I'm known for being a bit emotional when it comes to game stories, and I literally had to pause the game and just sit there for a minute to take in what had just happened. The sound design overall is just unreal. Your footsteps sound different depending on what you're walking on and how heavy your gear is, and you can hear what's around the corner based on the environmental audio. And oh my god y'all, the voice acting. We have Charlie Cox as Gustav, Ben Starr as Verso, and Jennifer English as Mael, who was awarded Best Performance at the Game Awards, by the way. The thing is, each of these voice actors deserve to be recognized for the amount of heart they bring to these characters. The best thing I can say about the overall audio experience is that you should please play this game with a good set of headphones or a surround sound environment. The audio design is literally half the experience, and you're missing out if you're just using standard TV speakers. Okay, now let's talk about the story, because this is where the game really earned all of those awards. So without spoiling anything major, the basic premise is wild. Every year, there's this being called the Patroness. She wakes up, paints a number on a monument, and those who are that age when she wakes up, well, they just disappear. Poof, gone. In the year that this game takes place, she's painting the number 33. You play as Gustav, who's about to turn 33, and you're part of an expedition trying to stop the paintress before the year is up. It's basically a ticking clock situation, and you feel the pressure the entire time you're playing. But here's what sets it apart. The writing is actually genuinely mature. This isn't some chosen one saves the world type deal. It's about people facing their own mortality, dealing with the consequences of their choices, and wrestling with whether or not some of these battles are worth fighting, even if you know you may not win. The character development is absolutely incredible. Your party members aren't just there to help you in combat. They're actually fully realized people with their own conflicting goals, messy pasts, and relationships that change based on what you do. The dialogue feels supernatural too. It's not like your typical RPG script, but like actual human being conversations. You feel the real weight of the struggles each of these characters encounter throughout the game, and the ending leaves you with an impossible choice that determines how the story concludes. No matter what you choose, I can almost guarantee you'll load a previous save to experience the other side of the coin. Both of these conclusions leave you with a deep emotional impact that respects your intelligence, which is refreshing. And don't ignore the environmental storytelling either. Pay attention to the backgrounds, read those item descriptions, listen to the audio logs from previous expeditions. There's a whole additional layer of story happening if you're paying attention. This is the kind of story that's going to stick with you long after the credits roll. So, we've talked about the art, the music, the story. That's all great, but is it fun to play? Yes, absolutely 100% yes. Expedition 33 uses a turn-based combat system. I know this is a major turnoff for many, but it's not passive. Every attack, every defense has a timing-based element where you need to press buttons at the right moment to maximize damage or minimize the hits you take. Think Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, or Super Mario RPG, but more complex. You can dodge enemy attacks entirely if your timing is perfect. You can chain attacks between party members, and there are environmental interactions in combat, like knocking enemies into hazards and using the terrain to your advantage. The Pictos and Luminas, which is Expedition 33's approach to a skill tree, are deep without being overwhelming. Each character has multiple build paths, and you can respec at any time, which encourages experimentation. Exploration feels great too. The world isn't massive, but it's dense, and you can unlock new means of travel as the game goes on, in a Metroidvania fashion. Every area has secrets, optional bosses, and side stories that really matter. Fast travel exists, but you'll want to walk sometimes just to see what you might find. The difficulty balance is near perfect. Normal mode provides a solid challenge without being punishing. If you want something harder, there are options to cover that, and if you want to focus on the story, that's available too. I loved playing this game so much. My only issue with the gameplay is the lack of a good map to show me where I've already explored, but honestly, that's a minor complaint in an otherwise incredible experience. So, is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 really that good? Yes, it absolutely is. This is a game that succeeds on every level it attempts. The art direction is stunning, the music is phenomenal, the narrative is mature and emotionally resonant, and the gameplay really hooks you from start to finish. Each and every one of those 9 awards are completely deserved. Is it perfect? No. No game is, but it's special in a way that games rarely are these days. And it's clear that every aspect of this game was crafted with full intention and care. If you're a fan of RPGs, narrative-driven games, or just beautiful experiences, this game is absolutely essential. And if you've been on the fence because of the massive hype, trust me, it's absolutely justified. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'd love to hear from you. Have you played it yet? And what was your favorite moment? If you haven't played it, why have you been holding back? Let me know down in the comments. I really enjoy reading and responding to each and every one of them. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more like it. I've got plenty of content planned that I'll be making into the new year and beyond. But that's going to go on ahead and do it for this one. We're going to leave it here, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.